Is Hassan Reddick attending minicamp?
No, so we've got 2 inexcused absences. One obviously being Hassan. Spoke to him over the weekend. Appreciate the dialogue. He's in a really good place mentally, working his tail off like we already know, and but he's choosing to sit out this one inexcused. The second one is Aaron. Aaron and I spoke before OTA started. He's been very good in communication. He's been here the entire time. It's inexcused, but he had an event that was very important to him, which he communicated.
Both are inexcused.
Both inexcused. Yes.
So are they getting fined? Is Reddick getting
They're both subject to the CBA fine schedule.
Is Hassan's not here because of his contract, I assume?
I don't know that. That's really for him and his agent to talk about.
He indicated when he was in Philadelphia that he wanted a new contract. I think that's what led to Philadelphia trading him. At the time of the trade, did he tell you guys he wanted a new deal here?
You know that. Hate to put it on him, but that's a conversation that he would have had with Joe.
But Joe would indicate to you, Robert, right?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Were you under the impression when you guys got Hassan that he'd be involved in the off-season program?
To be honest with you, the expectation for all our guys is to be part of it. It is voluntary, so while there's an expectation, it's also kind of hope. But the D-line, speaking for the D-line, I mean, you guys have seen it. Most of them aren't here. You just don't get enough work anymore with the new CBA and the way OTAs are conducted. So Quinnen wasn't here, Javon Kinlaw, Jermaine Johnson. They were all at pass rush camp. So missing the off-season program as a D-lineman, especially in this day, it's almost benefit. I don't want to downplay it because I want them all here, but I understand why they opted to go get work elsewhere because they feel like it'd be more productive for them.
With Aaron, did you know about this for a while, or was this something that you just found out the last few days?
It was communicated a while ago.
So he's not a defensive lineman. That position generally gets a little bit more out of these things than the other positions.
For sure.
Is it a loss for him, or is it?
For Aaron, being he's been here the entire offseason program, which has been great. This is a great opportunity too for Tyrod to get reps with the ones over the next couple of days. But as far as Aaron, I mean, he's been in the league for a while. He's played at a very high level. I think it'll be more beneficial for Tyrod than a loss for Aaron, if that makes sense.
What have you seen from Tyrod this spring?
Oh, he's been fantastic. Elite human, elite leader. He's the speed at which he's grasping the offense has been pretty cool. He's calling 2-minute already. He's going to get another opportunity today and tomorrow to do the same thing. So really appreciate the dialogue that we've all been able to have with him.
What was your conversation like with his son? 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever, you said you hadn't spoken to him, now that you've spoken to him and everything.
I'll keep the details between he and I. It's just, but he's fine.
Are you at all concerned he won't be here to start camp?
I'm not concerned. I understand that there's I understand everything that's happening, but at the same time, I know when it comes time to play football, like I said before, he's going to be ready to play football.
When you guys made the trade, did you have an idea of the contract situation? Because some people might say, why inherit someone else's contract headache by trading for it if that's indeed what's going on here?
Like I said, from with regards to those details, I don't know the exact details, and nothing was made aware of. I'm not aware of any of the details that you're looking for in that situation. But it's a question for Joe.
Work on that.
Did you talk to him after, when you said the last week you hadn't spoken to him, was that during the off-season program? Did you speak to him after the trade was made?
Yeah, we had a conversation, and like I said, the guy's a great dude. He's been in multiple places and played at a high level at multiple places. He's a pro seasoned vet, and he's the last guy I'm worried about on whether or not he'll be ready to play football. He knows what he needs to do to get himself ready.
When you talked to him, was that the first time you You've had communication with him since?
Since the trade, yeah, simple text here and there, but conversation-wise, like I said, leading up to minicamp, just different environments, see where he is mentally, and like I said, he's in a great place.
Did you reach out to him, Robert, or did he reach out to you?
I reached out to him.
You kind of expressed back in March the desire, to kind of fly under the radar this year. This is maybe the first little speed bump of the season here with Hassan. Does it bother you just to have something kind of lingering over the team like this?
No. If this is the worst thing that happens to us, I think we're doing pretty good. So I promise this is not something I'm worried about.
When you talked to him, did he say anything about, I'll be there when camp opens?
I didn't talk to him about any of that stuff. It was just more about how he's doing, where his mind's at, and what his plans were for the summer.
What are you hoping to get out of these next 2 days?
Finish this thing strong. Knock on wood, keep injury free. But it's these next 2 days are basically an extension of OTAs. The same rules apply, so you're limited on what you can and can't do. But to finish this off, have a little fun, and attack the next phase of the offseason.
Has there been a player that stood out to you so far for this period?
Yeah, there's been a bunch. I'm going to try my best not to talk about them because I would like them. A couple of guys that I'm really excited about to keep flying under the radar, but there's been a bunch of guys who have really showed up during OTAs.
We spoke to Keith Carter last week, and he talked about just growth and everything like that in the program from when he was hired. Just talk about the growth you've seen in him since he's been hired here.
No, for sure. Keith has been. Keith is a phenomenal teacher. He truly is, and I've said it before. Sometimes your great message can be lost in tone. He's gone through a lot of self-development. Just like we expect our players to develop, we expect coaches to develop too. And he's gone through a development program that I think has really helped him. Excited to see it progress. Obviously, executing change in a non-stressful environment is kind of easy. Once training camp hits and the season hits, where it becomes high stress, high adversity, that'll be the challenge. But the way he's been working, he's been very deliberate with it, and his messaging has been the same, where he's teaching great technique and great scheme, great fundamentals. The tone has gotten a lot better, and he's been working at it. And I think his players, I think the O-line appreciates it too.
Is it Jakeem Grant crowd? Is that with an eye on the kickoff again?
Yeah, same thing. All the kickoff rules. Like I said, between punt return and kick return, those guys are going to touch the ball over 100 times. So, just trying to get as many eyes on as many guys as possible.
Do you have more trial players here beside him?
I believe he's the only one.
Will Reese take part today? Last week, or he was on the side. Will he take part today?
No, there's no point. He could, if this was game week, he would roll, but there's no point. It's, again, another opportunity for those two rookies and Izzy to continue to get all those reps.
Couple more? Can you update us on just a couple of key guys coming off injuries as it pertains to their availability for training camp? I'm talking about Mike Williams, AVT, and Morgan.
AVT and Morgan, fully expecting them to be ready. Mike is going to be kind of on Brees's schedule.
Was last time we were out here, Tyron in practice, was that just a rest day for him? Tyron Smith?
Yeah. That's right. He was on the. Yeah. It was more of a rest day, and again, another opportunity for a young kid and Olu to get more reps.
Will he go through these 2 days? Will Tyron practice?
Yeah.
Robert, are you disappointed at all in Aaron making the decision not to be here?
No, it's again, selfishly, I want our other guys here all the time, but when you get to these mandatory things, you make the best decision for yourself. And obviously, selfishly, want all of them here all the time, but he made a decision, and that's what he went with.
Was he here yesterday? I thought I saw
He was here yesterday, so he came through yesterday. He had his physical. He did the multimedia day or the media day and all that stuff. So he was, but like I said, he had something that was very important to him, and if it's important to him, it's important to us.
Will he be? He's not going to be back here at all.
No.
Oh, good. Thanks, Rob.
All right, thanks, guys.